Hi, my name is Stephen Murphy, and I'm a partner here at Block O'Toole & Murphy. I want to talk to you today about a significant result that we were able to obtain on behalf of another hardworking New Yorker. In this particular case, we represented a woman who was a custodian who worked in downtown Manhattan. Our client was on the way to work. She was on the way to work that day and had no idea that the scope of her life was about to dramatically change. She was walking in the crosswalk only 100 or so yards away from where her office was, right in downtown Manhattan, not too far from the New York City courthouses. And as she was crossing the crosswalk, she was struck by a New York City Health and Hospitals van. She was knocked to the ground and immediately knew that something wasn't right. She had sustained injuries to her spine and was unable to get up. And what she did in the aftermath of that accident was important. She was able to have the faculties to make sure that 911 was called, a critical element in the aftermath of any accident. She was able to communicate with the driver of the other car and make sure that they stayed at the scene until the police arrived. From there, a police report was generated which memorialized the circumstances of the accident. Our client shared with the police that she was minding her business, had the right of way, and was walking in the crosswalk. And thankfully for her, the operator of the New York City Health and Hospitals vehicle admitted that they didn't see our client and that the driver was actually looking at their phone. We were able to take that police report and the proofs involved in the case and persuade a judge to decide a motion for summary judgment. Now, motion for summary judgment means that there is no issue in dispute, meaning we were able to prove that the operator of the other vehicle, the New York City Health and Hospitals driver, was completely at fault. Now, in New York, that's a critical element in building momentum towards a settlement. We were able to, because of that decision, present New York City with the argument that there was going to be interest at 9% running against them in any particular judgment, a leverage that is very difficult, almost insurmountable for the defendant to overcome. We initiated our case, went through depositions, and were able to establish that our client's injuries, a spine injury and a shoulder injury, were caused by this accident. The aggressive way we went about handling this case allowed our client to enjoy a $1,500,000 settlement. This case is an example, a very, very clear example of how distracted driving can be a danger to pedestrians here in New York.